So we're here at E3. We just saw the Little Big Planet 3. It's for me, it's the surprise of the show. I never expected to see Little Big Planet this early. We heard that Medium Liqueur is going to show something, but I thought that's the other project that you're working on. And to see that man, that's amazing. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Pete Smith. I'm the executive producer on Little Big Planet.
I'm JC. I'm one of the designers at Sumo Digital, working on LBP3.
And I'm Tom O'Connor. I'm senior producer at Sony, working on Little Big Planet.
Can you tell us about the whole concept of adding 3 new characters to Little Big Planet?
Yeah, so when we were thinking about what to do next, I mean, right, there is so much in Little Big Planet 2. There's like so much, and there's so many things you can do, and it's like, what can we do to do more, because you can do so much anyway. But we've always had Sackboy, and it's always been build levels. Although you can build around him, and the creators do amazing things. You know, it's a game built for making games with Sackboy, and Sackboy's got his abilities. So we thought, you know what, let's actually just try and break that section of the game. Let's give people the ability to create not just levels, but characters, and then let's show them some cool characters of what we can make. So we started down the route of characters. We knew we needed 4 characters, so we thought, okay, well, you know, it's kind of obvious we'll do one which can fly. That's that's a bit different to what Sackboy can do, and there came Swoop. We thought we'll do maybe one which is got 4 legs. Yeah. And along came Oddsock, and then it was like, what's the final character? Should we do a big, huge one? Should we do a small one? And we thought, oh, we'll just do them both. And actually though, they're not even just one character. They're actually 2 characters. And although we use them as one, creators can use them separately. So creators can build a level which is a little toggle level.
Little toggle, you can only go through it.
Exactly, if you want, or a level where you go Oddsock and you actually switch into little toggle or big toggle or whatever you want. I mean, we always try to give the creators as much power as possible, and everything we do, they can do. So this, you know, if we can switch between characters, then so can they. And then you start, you know, thinking about the possibilities of what you can do with the characters, and then you start seeing what the creators are doing, and you're like, oh, this is getting a bit mad. And you know, there's so much in there. You know, I've been on the game from day one. I've worked on Little Big Planet since the very start, and I look at stuff and I go, I do not know how on earth that has been done. And thankfully, it's not my job to make the actual levels, but yeah, it's amazing the things that the creators come up with.
That's why I love Little Big Planet, is the creation, the whole community. Can you tell us about what's new in the whole creating thing, about adding the characters and about the new features in creative mode?
So we've added 60 new tools. One of the major areas that we've kind of expanded upon is character creation. So you could take you can build with all of the characters. You can kind of create levels and kind of test it and stuff, and get kind of really cool gameplay out of those. You can also made it really easy for you to build upon those as well. Yeah. So you can take, say, Toggle, and you can kind of make him really huge and make him a giant, dress him up as a Yeti, and you can make a level all about this Yeti, which is kind of feels completely different. Kind of get different gameplay. You can also augment them as well. So you can add logic. So all the logic from LBP2. And all the new logic we've added to LBP3, you can kind of stick onto the characters and give them different abilities. So you can make them breathe fire, you can make them really fast. Kind of your imagination is only the only limit, really. You can do some really crazy stuff.
And how many levels till now we have in Little Big Planet?
So we're over 8.7 million community levels, and it's a lot. It's loads, and some of them are just mind-blowingly good. You know, one of our creators made a first-person shooter at one point, which was just amazing. And then we said, right, we've got to hire that guy. He's awesome. So he's now making levels on Little Big Planet 3. But I think right at the start we did the beta on the first game, and somebody made a calculator, and it was like, and that was before we had the logic or anything in the game. They'd done it purely through switches, and it was like, wow, this is amazing. If people can make a calculator, it's like you're making a computer within a computer. It was just like, whoa. And that's when we thought, the possibilities are amazing.
It's a big Planet Inception.
Yeah. When someone starts making that, then I'm going to retire, I think.
So tell us about the story of the game.
Yeah, sure. So with every Little Big Planet game, you know, we kind of like present our showcase of all the things that you can do within the new tools. So there's definitely going to be a brand new story where Sackboy kind of like, you know, will have to kind of progress through these really vibrant worlds, meet some quirky new characters, kind of unlock these new characters along the way, get to play those characters, and then work with those characters to kind of defeat the new bad guy who's called Newton. So, yeah.
Who's Newton?
You might have saw him in the trailer. He's kind of like the light bulb guy, but kind of we're just giving a little teaser at the moment. But you'll see more on that kind of a little bit later.
I'm excited to play this game. Little Big Planet has been always one of my favorite games, and I'm really glad to see it coming back on PlayStation 4. So, before we end it, you guys been nominated to be Best Platformer of E3 and Best PlayStation Game.
Thank you.
And also, it was a surprise of the show. That reaction was insane.
I just stood there. I thought I'm meant to be speaking now, but I can't because no one's going to hear me. I've just got to let it die down.
And didn't die.
I know. It was just everyone was just like, "We love it." I was like, "Well, this is going to go well," and then we got everything wrong, but nobody cared. We were just having so much fun, so it was fantastic.
Because no one expected it. To be is the best kept secret of E3.
I think so, yeah. We know what was coming out, and we can see the leaks. And every morning you wake up and something else is leaked, and it wasn't us. And then the morning it wasn't us, and then the show was getting closer and closer. We're like, nobody actually wanted to talk about it. No one wanted to say, "Hey, it hasn't leaked yet." Yeah. And then it hadn't leaked.
You didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, exactly. And then when we walked on stage, and the logo came up, and the place erupted, and that just shows how much people really love Sackboy, love Little Big Planet. It's such a PlayStation iconic character in a PlayStation iconic game, and I hope we're going to deliver something which follows in the footsteps of the first two amazing games.
I don't know if you heard that, but they were like, okay, the reason we have 4 characters is because it's PlayStation 4, so we have new 4 brand ambassadors. Right. That's why we have.
Oh well, I'd love to
think of that.
No, but I'll have it.
We have the 4 brand ambassadors in Little Big Planet 3, and Best of E3 also.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. I don't know how you... Thanks, and man, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Good. I hope you enjoy it. I really do.
Hopefully.
Yeah. You know what? You will. You just will.
I will. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.